Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we have traveled to the Milwaukee Mile for the Milwaukee 80. This is going to be race number 11 in the More Freedom series season 5. And that points race, again, like the weather outside, is heating up. So let's go through this current top 10. Your points leader is the 34 of Super Snake. Second's going to be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Third will be the 38 of Baseman. Fourth will be the 51 of AJM. Fifth will be the 999 of Deviant. Sixth will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Seventh will be the 77 of Zip. Eighth will be the 710 of Roddy. Ninth will be the 96 of Nico. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Checking in on those team and chassis standings. Amish Buggy Racing still leads away. MBR in second. Douche Motorsports third. Aces to Z Motorsports fourth. And rounding out the top 5, G3 Motorsports. Chassis standings are Dodge, Chevy, and Toyota. So that's a look at all things points here for the More Freedom Series race here at the Milwaukee Mile. Special happy birthday to both the 34 of Super Snake and the 96 of Nico. They actually share a birthday, oddly enough, and they're cousins. So there you go. Happy birthday to them. And I think the crowd is getting ready to file in here, so let's go racing. As I get these cars fired up, let's go through your starting top 10 today. Starting on the pole will be the 999 of Deviant, and on his outside, the 25 of JTM. Starting third will be the 88 of NM, and on his outside, the 777 of Seabass. Starting fifth will be the 07 of Douche Baggins, and on his outside, the 51 of AJM. Starting seventh will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, and on his outside, the 23 of Fuller Than You. Starting ninth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 710 of Roddy. So that's a look at your starting top 10 today for this Milwaukee 80. Hopefully 80 laps of green flag action here today with Deviant. I believe it's his first pole of the year, leading us down to take the green flag. He is surrounded right there by MBR cars with the 25 and the 88. Got a 51 mixed in there as well. That beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car peels off. Green flag is out already. We're underway here for the Milwaukee 80. Making it 3 wide through turn 1 is the 88 of NM with the 999 of Deviant and the 25 of JTM. They're bouncing off each other down the backstretch, hitting into turn 3. Super exciting here. Early going NM down to the inside of the 999 and the 25. JTM getting pushed to the outside. That could be detrimental to his racing cause here, as I believe NM is going to lead the way here on lap number 1. He's going to get a little bit of help by the 07 of Douche Baggins through 1 and 2. Sandwich back there for second place again, the 999, the 25, and now the 07. JTM caught precariously on the outside right now. He is working to try to get around the 999, maybe that 07, as it's still a three-way battle for the second position with your leader, the 88 of NM. Let's bring up your timing and scoring as the battle rages on now. Top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top. Almost blew that, as always. So we got JTM still stuck on the outside right now. He's about to make it 2 wide with the 420 of Queen of Hearts. We're going to see if Deviant, now he's still to the outside a little bit on that 999 of Deviant. NM still leads away. It looks like DB now securely into the second position, as well as the 29 of Wishbone Attack moving into third. Here comes the 329 of Heck of a Doober to make it 3 wide with the 999 and the 25. JTM just desperately at this point needs to get down to the bottom of the track and start making moves back up to the front of the field, as we have some bumping and grinding right now. I think between the 329 and the 420. So JTM still caught 3 wide out there. He is going to probably have a few words for the 88 of NM at the end of this race. NM jumping down to the inside. I'm not sure if just NM just had a fantastic start or if Deviant had a bad start, as it looks like they finally get too wide there. So after 6 laps of running a 3 wide, JTM finally making it 2 wide with a 999 of Deviant, and we're going to see if they can make up any of those positions after the start of this race. We'll jump back up here to the front of the field. Check in on your now leader, that 88 of NM, who has led all 6 laps here. So he now is into the front position. Second's going to be the 07, third will be the 29, fourth will be the 420, and rounding out the top 5 right now, this is going to be that 329 of Heck of a Duber. We'll jump back here, and we're going to see JTM now battles onto the outside of the 999 of Deviant. He's going to cut down. He slams the door on him. Here comes the 20 of Adam B5000, working down to the inside of the 999 of Deviant. Deviant is just having a rough go right now. He is now fallen back to the 9th position after starting on the pole. He might be losing a few more positions is what I'm trying to say, as it looks like the 20 and the 96 are going to work around him right now. 23 of Fuller Than You, who started the day in the 8th position, also fell back, and he is now back up to the 13th position. We see that 25 or the 20 of Adam B5000, who started 15th, and the 96 of Nico started 14th. They're trying to work themselves into the top 10 right now, as Adam in the 9th position, Nico now into the 10th position, I do believe. But let's jump up here. I do see a pass up here at the front. So the 14 of Liz Has Nothing for Scorer Racing has now moved herself into the 5th position. She started today 12th, so she has now moved up to the 5th position. Her teammates, Roddy, is now back to 14th right now, and Scooter currently resides back in 34th. So we'll check and see how far. NM right now has a 7/10 of a second lead over second place, the 07 of Douche Baggins, and third place, the 29 of Wishbone Attack. So NM out to a little bit of a lead. We're going to see what kind of fuel strategy they have here today. And so thinking about previous races, 1.5 miles was about 20 laps, so maybe 25 to 30 laps here today at the Milwaukee Mile. We'll find out as the race goes on. So we'll jump back here as Liz has now got to the back bumper of the 329 of Heck of a Duber. So Liz has a good-looking car here today in the race. Hopefully better, knock on wood. I don't want to give her the announcer's curse, so let's just not talk about that last time she was doing really well and her car blew up. We're just not going to talk about that. Give her the announcer's curse. Jump back and see how that 999 of Deviant is doing. He is still stuck on the outside. He is just fighting that car. He's now fallen back, way back to the 14th position. He's in danger of actually falling back to 15th. And we see the 51 of AJM, who started 6th here today. Again, outside starting line for that 51 of AJM. He's fallen back to the 17th position, as well as Roddy, who started 10th. He currently resides in the 16th position. So again, that outside starting line here today was nothing but trouble for a lot of drivers. And finally, Deviant able to get back down to the bottom of the track, as we see AJM battling here with the 710 of Roddy. And here comes the 00 of Mudbone and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So AJM trying to battle to the front of the field, back to the front of the field after starting 6th here today. We'll jump back up here as we see the 96 of Nico now trying to work down to the inside of the 20 of Adam B5000. Adam, good run off the turn. Nick not able to make that pass, as it looks like Duber is now caught up to the back of the 29 of Wishbone Attack. NM still 9/10 of a second up over the 07 of douchebag. And so a little bit of draft here. So draft is, you know, like, it's not a huge thing like it would be at a super speedway here at one of the short tracks in Mile. But it's going to help them as they go down the front stretch. They're going to get a little bit of a draft. They'll be able to catch up. I mean, obviously, they're going to have to work on their braking into the turn and all that stuff, but just that little bit of draft will help catch the person in front of you, help you make that pass. I feel like it's definitely not going to be like it was at like Chicagoland and some of these other tracks where this is going to be if you're getting down to the inside of a car in front of you, that's when you're going to be able to most likely make that pass, as we see Duber trying to work on that with a 29 of Wishbone attack. So he does jump down to the inside right there. And that low line here at Milwaukee will be the preferred line, as we see Wishbone battling back on the outside. I'm not saying that you can't have a better car, but the preferred line will be down to the inside. So it looks like Wishbone's car just a little bit better than the 329 of Heck of a Duber, as they still, NM is just cruising right now up here at the front of the, you know, no announcer's curse for him either. Let's knock on some wood for the 88 of NM as he's working right now here on lap number 20. He has got a second up over the 07 of Douche Baggins and a second and a half over the 29 of Wishbone attack back here, as they were battling side by side, as we see the 14 of Liz Has Nothing just give a little bit of a tap to the 329 of Heck of a Duber. We saw that little bit of tap right there on the 329. She's unable to make that pass stick. So Duber is maybe holding up Liz right now. He's going to have to get his foot into the gas, make that pass on the 29, and work himself up to the front of the field. Again, still about 1.4 back from your leader, the 88s. We'll jump back, see what's happening back here, as you see the 96 of Nico again trying to make that pass on the 20 of Adam B5000. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it stick down here at the bottom. He's got a good run off the turn. We're working down the front stretch, so Nick down to the inside. I'm not sure where Fuller is going here. So Fuller to the outside as well. I think he's just trying to give help to the 20 of Adam B5000. Maybe if he could get, he's saying, hey, maybe if I can give a little bit of help to Adam, keep him around the 96, I can follow. But it looks like he's thought better of that plan. Work down to the inside now on that 20 of Adam B5000. Nick's going to get that position here on that lap. That's going to put Nick up to the 9th position, I do believe. So Nick up to the 9th position, and we do see a pass up here. So the 329 now in a battle with the 14 of Liz Has Nothing, as we might stack up three ladies of the field right here with the 420, the 3, and the 14. As again, NM, not talking much about him. He's got a 1.3 second lead right now. Duber still able to hang on the outside right there. As we see G3 now down to the inside of the 420 at Queen of Hearts. Battle on the track right now for the 6th position right here between the 420 and the 3. G3 having started the day in the 11th position, now solidly in the top 10. Little squirrely off the turn for the 3 of Geek Girl Game. She works down into 3 and 4. I'd say we're getting fairly close right now to those all-important first pit stops. We'll jump back, make sure we'll watch the battle as G3 is able to get around the 420 at Queen of Hearts. So I would say we're getting very, very close right now to pit stops as NM works down into 3 and 4. Again, I would say maybe 30 laps. We're going to see. We'll follow along with NM here for a few laps. Haven't talked much about him. He started in the 3rd position here today. You saw that great 3-wide battle at the front of the field to start the race. Again, I'm sure JTM is going to probably have a few words with him after the race about jumping down to the inside like he did. So he currently, NM has a 1.3 second lead over the 07 of Douchebaggins and a 1.9 second lead over the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Still staying out. We'll jump back here as we see something happen with the 329. We don't have a yellow flag. So Duber, we do have a yellow flag now. Duber's car comes to a rest in the turn. Looks like he's going to the pits. This could be bad, folks. This is not a great situation right here. We do have a yellow flag. So again, this is not a great situation here. As the yellow flag comes out, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but Duber ends up going to the pits. I'm not sure if he ran out of gas. We'll have to see what happens. All those drivers getting a wave around. Well, I am as perplexed as you are. Your leader is. The 14 of Liz has nothing. Watching right side tires go on to Liz's car right now. Left side tires going on as well. So we'll see what brought out that caution, and I'm not sure if all these drivers are going to be on the tail end of the lead lap or what's going to be happening here, but we will figure that out in just a moment. Let's see what brought out that caution. It looks like it is saying that there was an accident on the track, so we'll see what happened. I'm not sure what happens, but we can listen to Duber's car just gives out. He just gave out right there, and so then that causes some other issues, which we'll check out in just a second. I'm not sure what happens. I don't know what AJM was thinking here, but watch. He must have been trying to go get into line and just, yeah. And then we'll also see what happened with Ice Cream here in a second. So same thing with Ice Cream. She just comes up here and plows into the back of the 72 of Duchess. So not sure what all happened there, but that's going to result in an AJM and Ice Cream both being out of the race. Well, we jump back into timing and scoring back up and race back underway. Your leader is the 88 of NM. Second is the 07 of Douchebaggins. I'm not sure. Like, we just have had some crazy shenanigans happening. Cars in front of NM right now are a lap down or on the tail end of the lead lap. So yeah, it is. I'm dumbfounded. Like, I'm dumbfounded about what happened prior to that caution, and Duber's back out on the track. So he must have just ran out of fuel, and that's what caused all the melee. Duber running out of fuel, so he was towed back to the pits, able to get fuel into his car and only lose one lap. So great pit strategy, I guess, by Douche Motorsports right there. But he is currently a lap down. So your leader is the 88 of NM. Second's going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Third will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Fourth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Fifth will be the 777 of Seabass. Sixth will be a battle between the 96 of Nico and the 29 of Wishbone Attack. That'll make 9th, the 11 of TC Roberts, and rounding out your top 10 right now is going to be the 00 of Mudbone. So yes, all kinds of changes as we see the 25 of JTM almost in a scuffle with the 14 of Liz Has Nothing right there. So we'll jump back up here to the front of the field as, again, your leader is the 88 of NM. We have crossed, I think we're actually about to cross the threshold of halfway here today in the Milwaukee 80. My mind is blown by what happened to bring out that caution with Duber just running out of gas. And it didn't sound like he ran out of gas because his car was still running. So maybe he had a flat tire. Maybe he just lost power. We don't know. They aren't telling us as he's letting his teammate, the 07 to Douche Baggins, around, I think. Douche Motorsports being very quiet about what happened with the 329 of Heck of a Duber as he battles with his teammate and car owner, the 07 to DB. I know Duber wants to get his lap back. He can hope for a caution here, possibly get that lap back, but yeah, it's going to be a rough go here as he works on the outside of the 07 to DB, trying to stay within striking distance of the leader. Again, the 999 of Deviant, now a lap down, by the way. He is a lap down to the leader. Not exactly sure what happened with Deviant here today. He did not have a car. He did not have the setup, as Duber is just like, he needs to let DB go here. They need to have a talk after the race. What is going on right now? As we watch this battle on the track, DB trying to stay in the second position, try to stay within striking distance of the 88 of NM, who is the leader right now by about 0.6 of a second. Duber falling back in line. Maybe there was some hand communications, of the single finger variety between the 07 and the 329 right there. So DB now solidly into the second position here after battling with his teammate for no good reason. So we're going to see if he can make up a little bit of time, catch up to the 88 of NM, and we'll see what the lap traffic in front of him has in store, as he is just pacing right now behind the 95 is Zed Brunna. Zed currently the last on the lead lap right now. Let's go through your current top 10. Your leader is the 88 of NM. Second's going to be the 07 of DB. Third will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Fourth will be the 3 of Get Girl Games. Fifth will be the 777 of Seabass. Sixth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Seventh will be the 96 of Nico. Eighth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Ninth will be the 00 Mudbone. And rounding out your top 10, 77 of Zip. Right there in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. I was like, hot dog mobile. My brain just not working today, I guess. JTM falling out of the top 10 right now, but we see that 333 keeping it twisted has moved into, the 12th position, right? 13th position right now. So she started today back in the 25th position. We see the 33 of Harvey Jones right there. Harvey started today in the 20th position, so he's moved up a few, as we see the 710 of Roddy now working down to the inside of the 666 of Pistol Pete. So Roddy moving back up. He's trying to get back into the top 10. Currently in the top 10 in points this season is the 710 of Roddy. Actually, all three of these cars right here on the screen, the 710, the 666, and the 8 in the top 10. We see the 40 of Veteran Chaos working right now, as he has won a race here this season. He's currently running 19th in the points. Checking on that front spread, still 0.7 of a second between the 07 and the 88. As we watch a battle on the track right there. See if there's any good battles up here in the front of the field. Kind of just hanging out, as we do see DB now extending that distance between himself and the 329 of Heck of a Duber. So DB has extended that out, and he is trying to catch up to the 88 of NM, working those tires really hard off of turn 2 right there. So DB working to the front of trying to work to the front of the field, actually trying to get a two-peat here this weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. If you didn't watch the IROC race on Monday, spoiler alert there. So DB knows his way around this track. He is trying to catch up to the 88 of NM, who is your leader. NM almost caught up to the back bumper of the 95 of Zed Brunna in the last couple laps. DB has been able to knock 0.2 of a second off the lead of the 88 of NM. So NM, I think, realizes now that he actually has some competition in his mirror, and he looks like he's finally putting the hammer down, starting to catch up to the 95 of Zed Brunna. So I think we're going to see pit stops. So we had about 30 laps. So in about 9 or 10 laps, I would guess we're going to start seeing pit stops again. Probably close to 10 laps. I think some people went 28 laps, some people went 29, some people went 30. Duber did not make it 30 laps. He ran out of fuel. So he's not going to make it probably another 30 laps. He's going to have to pit. At least that's what we hope. And he doesn't cause another caution. So NM still out to the lead. DB is now caught up to him, basically. A couple car lengths right now between first and second. It's going to be a dogfight, I think, here at the end of this fuel run between the 88 and the 07. And then that means, as NM has led 50 laps, he's led the most laps on the day. He's led it halfway. So he's going to get at least 15 bonus points, which should help him. He's currently running 21st in the points. DB is currently sitting at, let's see where he is. He actually needs this as well, as he currently runs 36th in the points. So, a couple good days, hopefully, for both of these drivers, barring any unforeseen circumstances, like, I don't know, the 329 causing issues. But DB is now caught up to the bumper of the 88 of NM. So NM, who has just absolutely dominated, is now about to lose the lead to the 07 of Douche Baggins. The only other person that has led any laps here today is the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. And I think NM knows that basically DB might have the better car right now. Fights on the outside down the backstretch. Stays in the lead for one more lap at least. They come down to the front stretch, cross the stripe one more time. NM still in the lead, extends it by about a half a car length into 1 and 2. I think DB might have the better just down into 1 and 2. I feel like he is a little bit better into that turn. NM better off of 2. So DB looks like he is good off of 4. NM good off of 2. So again, NM still in the lead. Good run off of 4 again for that 07 to Douche Baggins. He is right to the back bumper. So right to the back bumper, the 88 of NM. As we see pit stops happening here on the track, we're going to keep an eye on the 88, the 07, and the 90, not the 95, but with the 95 coming in front of them, that might be beneficial to anybody behind them because they had to get on the binders there for Zed. So NM working down to his pits. He's going to have an open lane into them. There's the 25 of JTM is in. It's going to be a 4-tire stop for the 88. JTM's got right side tires on, left sides for both the 88 and the 07. 38 of Baseman is down and away. 07's down and away. 88 is going to beat DB out. DB's going to get a good run here through the short chute, through the, whatever they want to call this, the entrance lane. So they're going to be nose to tail right now. as they work down to the inside of the 544, Frederick Winklebaum. Winkle looks like he's got a little bit of damage on him. Winkle is causing a little bit of kerfuffle between the 88 and himself as NM works down to the inside of him. This is could be a great strategy for the 88 of NM, get a car between them. But we see the 96 of Nico coming out onto the track. So Nico out onto the track in front of the 23 of Fuller Than You. We see Frederick finally pulls off. And it looks like I'm checking the timing and scoring, and I'm seeing the 42 of Mel Say What out of this race with a blown gearbox. So that liquid moly they're putting in that car needs to be, I don't know, it could be not great, is what I'm saying. Your leader on the track, actually the 33 of Harvey Jones right now. So there's Harvey right there. We'll see if anybody else took over, which that should be good to the end of the race. As we do see Nico has moved up into, what is that, the 4th position, I do believe. So interesting was that Frederick was running in 2nd when he pitted. So I'm guessing NM is going to take over the lead here, unless the 544 had an amazing pit stop. Nope. It looks like the 88 of NM with 17 laps to go has now regained the lead. But that 07 of Douche Baggins is definitely out there chomping at the bit right now to get into the lead, get 2 wins here this week at the Milwaukee Mile. That would actually might be the first time that if he wins, would be the first time that somebody's won both the IROC race and the More Freedom Series race. So, I mean, that could be a little bit of history for the 07 of Douche Baggins. I'm pretty sure he won on Monday. It's been a long week. So, NM working down. He is currently putting a little bit of time between himself and the 07. He's up to about half a second right now. We'll see if that sticks for these last 15 laps. As we watch the 07 battling, probably going to battle with the 23 of Fuller Than You, the 96 of Nico, right now in a dogfight with the 3 of Geek Girl Games. G3 does have a pretty decent car here today. Again, started 11th, now up to the 5th position. Let's go through your current top 10. Your leader again, the 88 of NM. He's got a half-second lead up on second place, the 07 to Douchebag, and third is going to be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Fourth will be the 96 of Nico. Fifth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Sixth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Mudbone having started back in 33rd here today. Seventh currently is going to be the 11 of TC Roberts. Eighth will be the 777 of Seabass. Ninth will be the 333, keeping it twisted. 10th will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. And back to the 11th position will be the 25 of JTM. So JTM has made strides to try to get back into the top 10. He currently runs the 17th in the points. Wishbone, 14th in the points. So it's still good days for him on the track right now. Twisted has had... This could almost put Twisted back into the points lead if it stays like this. As we see, Paulf has now got to the back bumper of the 07 of DB. DB in a dogfight himself now with Paulf here with about 12 laps to go. Fuller down to the inside. He is battling with the 07 of Douche Baggins. The 96 of Nico may take advantage here. If he can put the hammer down, maybe get to the back bumper of the 07. DB with a great run, again, off of turn 2. Works down the backstretch, stays in front of the 23 of Fuller Than You. That's going to allow the 96 of Nico to basically get to the back bumper of both of those cars. So battle for the second position here in the waning laps of the Milwaukee 80 here at the Milwaukee Mile. The 23 of Fuller Than You trying to get into the second position. give himself a little bit more points here this season. Fuller currently in the 22nd position in points, so NM in the 21st, Fuller in the 22nd, and DB running 36th in points, and even G3, who's running 35th in points. These are great positions here today, hopefully to move them up. Also, the 00 of Mudbone currently runs... I'm trying to find him in the list as well. He's 18th in points, so all this is needed for all of these drivers, and every point counts here in the More Freedom Series. NM, who currently is 0.8 of a second up over everybody, he really needs to put Zed in between himself and the 07 of Douche Baggins at this point. He's led 65 laps here today, and he is trying to win this race, bring one home for the boys back at the factory. As we see the 96 of Nico to the back bumper, the 23 of Fuller Than You. Second through sixth basically lined up in a row right now here in the waning stages of the Milwaukee 80 with 7 laps to go. DB trying a little bit of different something. He's trying the old weave move. I don't think that's going to work for him. Paulf is going to get a run down to the inside, so he tried to break that draft. Paulf got a good run, probably a little bit of help by the 96 of Nico. Nick now in a dogfight with the 3 of Geek Girl Games and the 00 of Mudbone. So Paulf trying to race the 07. DB sticking on the outside. This is great for the 88 of NM, who is basically pushing the 95 of Zed Brunner around the track right now. So extending his lead to 1.2 seconds, and DB battling with the 23 of Fuller Than You right now. Paul almost with a little bit of bump, which harkens back to last season when DB had the car to beat and Paul took him out to win the race. As we now see the 11 of TC Roberts, who could be having a good day here today after pit stop fails last week, is now looking to put himself into probably the 6th position. Got to keep track, got to keep a mental track on the laps as they wane down here. So we got a battle on the track for the second through the 7th position here, with the 00 of Mudbone pushing down to the inside of the 96 of Nico, and Mudbone might be able to push down to the inside of the 3 of Geek Girl Games here. So Nick, who currently runs 9th in the points, actually going to have a pretty decent points day himself. Possibly might lose more positions right now, as we see the 88 of NM now down to the inside. He's going to see Paul break away, and he is going to try to put a car between himself and the 23 of Fuller Than You. 2 laps to go here at Milwaukee. Your leader, the 88 of NM, he is up by 1.4 seconds. As he battles with the 95 of Zed Brunna, he's going to get the white flag this time by as he works down into 3 and 4. So he is going to work around the 95 of Zed Brunna. He's going to put that car in between them. 1 lap to go for your leader, the 88 of NM. We'll jump back here as we see the 96 of Nico falling back. He might actually fall back to the 9th position. And then working down the backstretch for the final time into 3 and 4. Up by 0.8 of a second over the 23 of Fuller Than You. Off of turn 4, he's going to make it. He could cruise right now. Your winner here today for the Milwaukee Mile, the Milwaukee 80, the 88 of NM. Leading 74 laps of the 80 here today. Again, I think that 25 at JTM might have a couple words for him after the race about that start, but he shows that he has the best car puts it out to the front, wins this race. Let's go through your finishing top 10. Your winner is the 88 of NM. Second's going to be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Third will be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Fourth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Fifth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Sixth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Seventh will be the 96 of Nico. Eighth will be the 777 of Seabass. Ninth will be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. And running at top 10, the 25 of JTM. Great racing here today for this Milwaukee 80. And next week, we head to Indianapolis for the Indianapolis 80. So that should be a fantastic race. We'll see what the Indiana boys can do next week. They're at their home, one of their home tracks here in the series. Let's check in on your all-important point standings as the 34 of Super Snake is going to finish 27th here today. So that might allow the 333 of Keeping It Twisted to move into the top position. You are seeing those points right now. Let's also check in on your all-important team and chassis standings. See what that win did for MBR and see where everybody is stacking up right now. Well, that's going to do it today for us here at the Milwaukee Mile for this Milwaukee 80. Again, your winner is the 88 of NM in dominant fashion, leading 74 of the 80 laps. He brings it home for MBR. And until next week at Indianapolis, take care.